Writing an inequality for a real-world situation. So our instructions say write inequalities to represent the situations below. And then I have two different situations given here. So we're going to talk about these separately. So this one is situation or problem number 1. This one will be situation or problem number 2. So number 1 says to be eligible for financial aid, a student must earn no more than $25,000 per year. So what these two problems are all about is not necessarily writing a real complicated inequality, but in terms of the numbers and variables involved, but just practicing interpreting the sentence or the language used here and making sure that we translate that into the correct inequality symbol. So for number 1, they're asking me to use S to represent the yearly earnings in dollars of a student eligible for financial aid, okay? So S stands for student, and this student is eligible for the financial aid, okay? Then the other piece of information I have is this number right here, 25,000. That's kind of the critical number here. Or like if this was a number line, okay, we would have $25,000. And I'm trying to decide, is a person who's eligible, a student who's eligible, are their earnings per year or the amount of money they make in a year, is it to this side or less than the 25,000, or is it to that side or more than the 25,000? So this is kind of the divider or the critical point right there, the 25,000. So it says to be eligible. So the students, right, we want them eligible. To be eligible for financial aid, a student must earn no more. Okay, that's the key phrase right there, no more than $25,000. Well, this means not more or not greater than, right? More could be interpreted as greater than. So if we're not greater than, not greater than, okay, or no more, not greater than, then it must be less than. Okay, this is telling me it's not greater than, so it must be less than. Now I just have to decide if a student is eligible if they earn exactly $25,000, okay? And according to this, equal to is fine. They just can't be greater, not greater, but they don't say anything that disqualifies a student if they earn exactly $25,000. So this one would be interpreted as S is less than or equal to $25,000, or a student would have to, their earnings would have to be, right, to this side of the $25,000, the less than side. All right, so for number 2, the temperature inside a lab refrigerator is less than, okay, less than 45 degrees. We're going to use T to represent the temperature inside the refrigerator. So this time 45 is kind of our critical number here that we're comparing against. And this one's pretty straightforward. It is less than. So we know we're going to have the less than symbol. Now we just have to consider equal to, right? So they're telling you the temperature is less than. That doesn't include equal, right? It can't be equal because they want it strictly less than 45. So I'm not going to put the equal here. I'm going to leave it just T, the temperature is less than 45.